So I'm going to show you how to use this tool, ScrapeViz, to scrape data about movies from the IMDb website. So imagine we want to collect all of the movie titles from this page. And then for each of those movies, we want to also collect other data like their actors. And so this will involve going into this movie page to get a full list of actors. And then for each of those actors, we want to collect their birth date. You can imagine we want to conduct an analysis of the distribution of actor ages for popular movies. So to start with, I'm going to click everything everywhere all at once, which is going to do a couple things. First, it's going to scrape that data and put it into our table here that we're starting to build. So this is automatically put there. We have a pink border that's put around the movie title. And we have this other small window here on the right, which is actually the page that's visited when you click on this movie title link. So we have the page here, and then we can go do additional work to scrape more data from this page. Something else I want to point out. So I had just clicked on this window to actually navigate to it, but another way you can navigate to this window is to hover over the selected element and click on go to page, or you can just click directly on the element within the border here, and it will take you to the resulting page. So here we now have a list of the actors for this movie. And so I'm going to start by scraping, clicking on Michelle Yeoh's name to scrape her name. So you can see right here, it's getting put here in the table. And additionally, it is opening up another window over here for Michelle Yeoh. So we're going to go to her page. And then we're going to scrape her name. So to scrape her name, we'll use our mouse and select the text. And then a scrape button will appear and we'll click on that. So you can see our table is populated with the movie, the actor, and the age. So, or sorry, the birth date. So a couple of things about this. This table is interactive. So if you were to click on one of these cells, it's going to take you to the source page for that data, as well as the position for that source for that data within the page. So if I click on Michelle Yeoh, it's going to take me to the page where her name came from, where we scraped it from, and it's also going to also scroll to and highlight her name. Okay, so we want to collect not just Michelle Yeoh's name, but all the other actors on the page. With this tool, it's going to try to help you autocomplete and automate collecting these actor names. So as an example, I have to give it a second example for it to just start to try to automate and select more. So I'm going to click Stephanie Shu's name here. And what you're going to see is that I click just her name, but it's already starting to put these blue borders around the other actor names. It's already starting to collect these other actor names like Jamie Lee Curtis and K.U. Juan. And it's also starting to open their movie pages here on the right. And additionally, you can see that the birth dates have actually already been captured for each of these. So I never actually manually selected Stephanie Shu's birth date or Jamie Lee Curtis's birth date. They're already being populated. So I can, just to check, I can go and see that, yes, this is her birthday. It's coming from right here. As you can see, there's 7 different movies shown here, but due to a limited space, yeah, we're gonna actually have to click, we can click on the right button here to go see additional movies. And you can see they're starting to get populated down here. Some of the pages, for example, might still not be shown over here. If we want to, we can also additionally go to the specific pages, like Chelsea Goldsmith's page, for example, and click continue collecting. It will take us to her page. And then it will try to go scrape her birth date. Okay, so we have our list of actors and their birth dates. I want to now get the data for all of the different movies. So far, it's only for the first movie. So we're going to do something similar here. We're going to click on Coda to give another example of a movie we want to scrape, and then the tool will try to automatically identify the other movies. So you can see it is automatically giving the pink border to each of these other movies. They're already getting put into the table. and so on for Coda, Nomadland, and so on. Something I want to point out is, currently we're not seeing birth dates for some of these. That's because we actually need to open that page and view it here on the right for it to get collected. So we can do that by clicking continue collecting. And you can see her birth date is automatically getting selected. Another thing I want to point out is here you can see for this middle column here with the movie pages, the tool is going to try to show the similar parts of the pages across these pages. So for example, right now it is showing the actor names on these different pages. So just something to note in case that's helpful for you to be able to see the same parts across the pages. And finally, when you're working on tasks, you don't need to worry too much about the way that the data is presented in the table, just as long as the data that you want collected is getting collected and put in the table somewhere. And finally, one more thing I want to mention is with this tool, it's sometimes a little sensitive in that if you were just to click on some white space right here, it's actually going to automatically, it's going to think that you're trying to scrape data, and it's going to, for example, end up clicking on this link, and it's going to open the page here. So if you notice something like that happen, where you clicked and didn't mean for it to actually select data, you can click the X button, and I'll just get rid of it.